Thank you, Carl. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and particularly Shane. Shane, this is your number 2 speech, and I want to compliment you again. I think you've completed this task with the appropriateness of the task, and just to share with those others who may not know what the task was, the number 2 speech is to organize your speech. So it is, the objective is to select an appropriate outline which allows listeners to easily follow and understand your speech, to make your message clear with supporting material, use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another, in creating a strong opening and conclusion. And again, I think you did each and every one of those tasks extremely well, and I'm very proud to have said that. What we really want to accomplish in a project number 2, simply put, is tell us what you're going to tell us, and then tell us what you told us. In other words, you set up the speech with the agenda, which you did very effectively with slide 2. Then you went into the body of it and described it in a lot of detail. And then, of course, you had your summary at the end. In the area of summary would be the one area that I would obviously suggest more time. And I think the reason you didn't tell us what you told us in the effective way that you led into the discussion was perhaps timing. And I think that you did run out of time, and I would encourage you to practice a little bit more. I also thought the content, there was a lot of information, and to try to capture and deliver all of that information in 5 to 7 minutes may be a bit more challenging than one should try. So in the future, if you were to deliver this again, then I would perhaps cut back on the wealth of information and concentrate more on 1 or 2 of those points that you wanted to make, and that would allow you to fit it into the 5 to 7 minutes. The other thing is, while you haven't gotten to visual aids yet, and I'm remiss in talking about it, I should not talk about it in fact, but you did such an exemplary job of preparing those visual aids that I wanted to comment on them. The only thing I would encourage you to do when using visual aids, particularly with a PC where you have an overhead PowerPoint of sorts, is you have this PC there, so you don't need to look back at the screen. You actually could just glance there, see where you're at, comment effectively to the audience. One should not talk to a visual aid. Right. So again, a couple of points, but you're not being evaluated on that. That's much further along in the manual, but I wanted to share that with you, given that you did such an exemplary job of the task at hand.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your number 2 speech, and I look forward to number 3.
Thanks. All right.